What is good, y'all? Today, I'm going to tell you how you can keep your chickens warm when it gets to be negative 30 degrees. So, it's not actually negative 30 degrees, but it is really cold. My hands are already purple, and I just got out here. The first thing you're going to need to do is make sure your chickens have a shelter. And as you can tell, our chickens have a shelter. So, our shelter, I'll show you in just a second. Our shelter is actually really nice and built for the cold weather because we live in Virginia. And sometimes the weather will be 70 degrees in the winter, and then the next week it will be 20 degrees as a high. It changes. It's weird. Alright, so what you're going to need is a shelter that's big enough for how many chickens you have. We have, I think, 16 chickens. Anyway, you're going to need a nice shelter, and this is pretty wide. It can fit all the chickens. You're also going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 walls. You need at least 4 walls. We have a really nice door. You don't need a really nice door like this, but we could lock them up at night, and it keeps all the wind from going out. But they also have windows for light in the morning. Actually has insulation inside the walls, so this is pretty warm. And plus, with all the body heat in there, they stay pretty warm. The next thing you want to do is make sure they have food. The type of food that I like to give them is this worm mash. This is just a small plastic container that we reuse for the mash. All we have is some of the whole pellets that we have right there. Some of the pellets. So some of the feed and boiling water. And it gives them plenty of water and food. Especially when we have like 1.5 feet of snow. It really helps them out. Because they don't even come down here. Let alone outside. But yeah, so make sure they have mash. Or just something warm that has water and food. And I know what you're thinking. That shelter probably doesn't do too much. It's just a box that the chickens can go up into. You were wrong about that. The thing is this shelter helps with the wind. And the wind is really bad right now. Right now, the temperature is 25 degrees and the wind chill feels like it's 13 degrees. So it is cold. My hands are actually... Oh gosh. My hands are like getting ice on them. I better hurry up and get the chores done. I should have gotten the gloves. Anyway, so the wind chill makes it really, really cold in our state. So shelter is really good for them because it helps keep the wind out. Not only that, but it helps keep the body heat in. We also have a little door that we can put on top of this. Right there. We could put that door on top of there. So no wind, no cold air whatsoever can get in. Next up on our list would have to be bedding. Bedding is really important to the chickens. All we got is some pine shavings from Tractor Supply, and that is going to help a lot. And quick tip, you probably thinking, don't you change the bedding out, take the old stuff out, put it on the ground, eventually we'll take that, put it to the compost. Anyway, don't you do that and then just put new bedding down? No. It might seem gross, but as long as you have fresh bedding on top, it's not. And that bedding, the manure and bedding below this is going to keep them really warm. It makes like a heated blanket so the heat rises up. It's really amazing how that works. Anyway, that's going to help them a lot. So do not take the old bedding out. Leave it in. Eventually, you're going to have to change it because it's going to get like higher and higher. But so eventually, you're going to have to change it. But make sure you keep putting fresh bedding down and leave the old bedding in. And you should be good. Okay, you guys. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you like it, hit the like button. And I would highly consider hitting that subscribe button. It's your choice. But thanks for watching. God bless. Goodbye.